I'm not satanic. I'm not schizophrenic. My brain's not capable of schizophrenia. I'm a pagan. I don't practice religion. I'm actually a pagan gypsy. I have children. Everything I have goes to my people that need help. So they're in need, or they're poor and they need help, or my children. I don't work for Facebook. I didn't sign a military contract to pay no Priscilla child molesting, serial killing, wannabe slave owner funding of slavery. No, I didn't do that. That's my children's money. I didn't cure cancer to continue having cancer. I don't work for Facebook. They don't believe in employment. I don't know who tried to put a curse on me, but when I get my hands around your throat, and I will. It's not a threat. It's a federal crime to make a voodoo doll. Witchcraft is a felony. That is a federal offense. Animal abuse, that is a federal crime. So torturing animals, sacrificing animals, there's a difference. For religious practice, it is legal to sacrifice an animal, but if you are torturing them, that is a federal crime. Witchcraft is illegal, so you're documenting yourself committing a crime and just posting it to the internet like you can't be found. They told me they took my daughter and I couldn't see her anymore because they were going to turn her into a human voodoo doll because their race is schizophrenic. And someone else came to me and told me that they made a voodoo doll and it worked because they're schizophrenic. I'm not legally obligated, nor are my children, to your slavery or schizophrenia. Racism is legally defined as schizophrenia. I don't know where you and Anton Delusional Ingrate thought making a fake religion to solicit money and exploit people as slaves would be a good idea, but yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. You do realize that Buddhists originated, the religion wasn't even a religion, it was just something that was being used to manipulate people, and it started from India, like West India. Also the source of cannibalism and slavery, like globally. I'm not a man. I'm very aware of how disrespectful and delusional some people are. I'm not a man. If you can't read lips, maybe you should get one of my cochlears. It's just a very expensive surgery because you have to have neurosurgery or brain surgery from a licensed surgeon to have a cochlear implant. If not, that is a federal crime. Just like trying to put an implant or a GPS chip in someone because you consider them to be a slave in your schizophrenia. If you consider people to be prostitutes, you're schizophrenic and that's slavery. Prostitution is slavery. That table flip in the Bible that was translated from 15 different languages, including Arabic and Yiddish and Greek in a foreign country, it tells you that it was because of prostitution, which is slavery. So they were cutting the testicles off of little boys and castrating them so that they didn't have a penis anymore, and they were selling them as sex slaves, or they were just soliciting young boys as slaves for prostitution, because that's what prostitution is. That wasn't the Catholic Church. They were soliciting like children as slaves. That's just disrespectful. I mean, I'm not a Christian, but I know the history of every story in the Bible before it was translated into false statements in English. It's their job to lead you in the wrong direction. They're not doing it because they're narcissists. If you get too close to something that's not for you, you're going to die because they're soldiers that have something to protect. It's like the Secret Service and the military doing their job. I don't know what you assume the CIA does. It's like the Secret Service. What they do isn't for public document or publicity unless it pertains to the safety of children, people, animals. The CIA are spies or investigators. It doesn't mean that every single one of them are spies. I'm not a spy. I do formal investigations. The CIA bring me information and I do formal investigations, and I give the information, witness names and documentation over to the FBI, who are also my coworkers. And they give it to other militaries. Sometimes it's people that are from foreign countries that need someone to relay public information to, so that it's public information that's documented in the press. So like they'll do a news story on it, or they'll take something to federal court or to the United Nations for monarchical audience, which is why I'm so confused. I'm a black beret. I'm a licensed black beret, which means 1, I'm royalty. 2, I'm a soldier. And 3, we don't like guns and I will kill you with my bare hands. I got my title in the military that I serve because I killed someone with my bare hands. I will defend myself, especially someone that I care about, but mostly myself. If you touch someone that's close to me and I hit you, I'm defending them. That's perfectly legal. If you hit someone that I care about, you rape my child, you assault my child, and I have the Secret Service go get you because you assaulted my children, that's their job. They are legally obligated to protect my children. They're legally obligated to protect me. You do realize that, right? You stole documents that are for the FBI, so that's a crime. Then there's the other war crimes, which I get it. You don't believe the FBI are real. That's understandable. They absolutely are targeting federal families. Either the children or relatives of federal agents because they have mental unwellness. They were also targeting, in their own words, Marines, and then certain people that were related to people that were part of the Marines. So that's their fight. That is literally their fight. Then they were killing veterans, like veteran Marines, and they were targeting specifically Marine families. So like someone that's either related to them, their children, something like that, which I understand. Some people associate certain things with something that's causing them trauma, which is the reason for grief counseling and trauma therapy. They're two separate forms of psychological support for someone that could be mentally unstable. I mean, I fully understand some people only get an erection to children. Other people, they only get an erection to, I don't know, dead bodies. Some people only get an erection to men and they have a penis. That's fine. Some people are bisexual. Some people only get an erection to, I don't know, another female because they don't have a penis. They get a sexual arousal. I'm just gonna level with you. Like, if you believe that your penis is a vagina, you are schizophrenic. If you believe that your vagina is a penis, you are schizophrenic. That is legally defined in the field of medical science, in the field of psychology, which is the study of the mind. That means you're schizophrenic because that's delusional.